here I'm making a how-to video of how to use this transmission flush machine. This is the BG PF5, which we use a lot in our automatic transmission classes up here. With this machine, it's a 16 quart machine, and it will, whatever transmission fluid you pull out of the vehicle is what this machine is going to put back in. You always want to check and make sure the fluid is at its proper level, which I already did. And you're going to also make sure you get the correct fluid for the vehicle that you are working on. This vehicle is a 2002 Toyota Sequoia, which I'm going to use this ATF Valvoline Max Life, which works for DEX 3, which is what this vehicle requires. So I've already poured the fluid in, but if I were to pour this fluid in, I would pour it into here. And I'm going to make sure that this valve here, which is open right now, is opened, and that this one is also opened as well, so that the fluid can go into the machine. So now that I have all this set up and ready to go, I would come over here to wherever my transmission lines are coming into the cooler. In this case, they're right here in the front, and I'm going to make sure that I get the right adapters that I need so that I can hook into the lines. As you can see, I have 2 extra lines hooked up here, one here, and I have a connector here for this line to connect into as well. I got all of these connectors come out of the door on the side of the machine, which are right here, and you have all of your different adapters in here for every vehicle that you need. So when you're doing this, you just want to find the adapter that fits your application best. So at this point, from here, after you've gone through found the right adapters, and you've got the machine hooked, the lines hooked up to the car, then we can come over here and make sure that all the valves are closed. So currently these 2 valves are already closed, and I just need to close this one, because once I start the flush, if I don't close any of these valves, the fluid's not going to go into the car. It's going to go either into the bottle or the floor, shoot out through this area, whichever. So now I'm going to proceed. I'm going to go and start the car, and I want you to focus on this area right here. You're going to see that the fluid will be going through here. You'll see the dirty fluid coming in one way, and if it's not going the right way, you can turn the levers here to the lever on the left is used to correct your flow, and the lever on the right is used to start the process. Okay, so now you can see that now that we have the levers on the right spots with the flow, and over here we got up here, you can see that the fluid is moving, and you've got the difference coming over here. You can see the dirty fluid is coming out across here. And you can also see this little number right here, which is a cool little feature that will tell you exactly how much fluid is coming.
So you gotta put it through process now.
Yeah. So, and now that we change this over to the process part, now you can see that this has moved and the fluid is starting to go. The flush is finished. You can see inside of here, inside this little glass, that there's a metal, like a bobber, that's all the way up. That's how you know that all the new fluid has come in, and the old fluid, or the new fluid has gone into the car, and the old fluid has come out. So when that's up, the flush is finished. You can also look up here into this little sight glass, and you'll see when the fluid gets really cherry red, then you know that you've gotten rid of the dark stuff. Then you know that it's all new stuff inside of there, and you're completed with the flush. So once you're done with that, sometimes you can see different pressures here, but since the car's shut off, so with the new, it should always be at 0 once the new is gone. and the use just tells you that how much pressure is inside of there. And then once you're finished, you'll disconnect everything from the car. You will hook it back up to the cooler like it's supposed to be. Then you want to take the machine, and once you put everything away, you want to take the machine and empty the oil. Alright, so now after you've completed the flush, now you need to take the time to empty the machine so that when the next person who uses it doesn't have to go through this process, or you don't have to, you can just, when you go to the next car, you're just ready to go. So this is a number 16 adapter, which should always stay connected to this piece here, because this is where you're going to apply the shop air so that you can empty out the line. So it doesn't matter which of these lines you use. I already have one from out here. I'm over here, I'm going to connect this adapter to here and put it in there, and then I will come over here and apply the shop air. And, yeah. You might want to have someone help you with this, because sometimes with the shop air this sprays everywhere. So, and then so you'll know if you have it right when you get this to come out on a strong, steady flow. And so what you want to do is, once you get this to be a strong, steady flow, you're going to watch your pressure gauges. The new ATF should go all the way up. The used ATF should work its way towards 0. And then once this gauge gets to 0, then you're going to disconnect the shop air and depressurize the new side as well. Alright, so now we've got all the fluid out because the used side has gone to 0. So I'm going to leave this inside of here. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to disconnect the shop air. And then I'm going to change the right lever, or the left lever, sorry, to recharge. And I'm also going to change the right lever to the process, which is going to release the pressure. And then once you see this gauge return to 0, then you know that you have gotten the fluid out and you've depressurized the system completely. So we can now see that both of these gauges are, the new side is at 0 and the used side as well is now at 0. Now you have completed your transmission flush and you have no more fluid left in.